Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Aiden Cossack, and I'm back again for the second time in one day with another draft league video, which I wasn't expecting. Shout out to Sakura, coach of the Diglets Down Under in the RDL League. She dropped into our Discord chat a couple days ago that she was looking for more coaches on her other draft league that she was working on. And I've been having so much fun just prepping and whatnot for our current draft league that I decided to go ahead and join a second one, so that way we can keep more videos coming up for you guys and I can just have more fun myself. And again, we are coach of the Dallas, Texas Infernape. Got my boy Infernape right here. So let's just go ahead and jump right into the draft analysis for the shit. I'm so terrible. What is the name of our league? I didn't even look at it. Hold up. I got to, yeah, don't switch. Oop, exposed. Let's jump into it. The PLBA. What are we? Oh my God. I'm so unprofessional. Announcements. Hey man, who cares? It's the PLBA. National Dex Showdown League. We're going to be having so much fun. That's all besides the point. I'm leaving that in the video anyways, so I can look like a clown on the internet. So Team Builder, we're back on the Showdown Team Builder. This is everybody's teams that I'm facing in my current division. So let's just go ahead and jump into what my draft picks were. And you guys can already see it right here. My boy Infernape. First pick, I know I upset somebody in the league because he was my first pick. Apparently everyone thought that he would be going a little bit later. They could sleep on Infernape, but you never sleep on Infernape. That's the thing, man. You can never sleep on this mon. My boy Sun Wukong. The thing about Infernape and National Dex is it's so good between its ability and and by the way, I want to make this clear right off the bat. In our league, we're not allowing all the moves that were actually deleted from Gen 8, so we aren't going to be having Pursue, No Return, Frustration, or Hidden Power, anything like that. So that is a little bit unfortunate. I found that out like right after I picked Infernape. I was hoping to HP Ice some things or HP Grass for whatever could get in my way, but it's all good, no problem. I was gonna be no, not right now. Man, this video is such a mess already. Oh God. Anyways, Infernape having the 104 attack, 104 special attack, and the base 108 speed. It's just amazing being able to run it mixed or physical. And the biggest problem that Sun Wukong right here has is a Landorus. So I wanted to be able to bring in something that can kind of help us. And with this league, we are playing with Gen 8 Mon's hidden abilities as if they were released already. So we do have Donkey Kong the Rillaboom for Grassy Surge. I really did want Tapu Bulu, but the way that we drafted with the points, it's just I wouldn't have been able to get Tapu Bulu because, as you can kind of see here, I already had, with this Mon aside, I already had another tier 1 pick, so I just didn't have enough points for it. So Donkey Kong would be the next best thing, being able to set up the Grassy Surge so we can take less damage from ground type moves. I know the Surge, all the terrains aren't as great as they were in Gen 7, but it's no problem. Also with the fact that it gets knockoff, some great items like that. U-turn for nice momentum. Leech Seed. You can run this thing all kinds of ways. Drum beatings, that way it lowers other mon speeds, that way we can kind of come in and sweep with our Infernape. Stuff like that just really made this a really great pick, and you can never go wrong with a Fire and Grass core. Moving on to our next pick, we have Zapdos, our big bird. Man, I love Zapdos. I was never really a big fan of the three birds growing up, but you know, once you start playing competitive and you realize how great their move pools are and what they can do, I really just began to love this mon, especially since it's so fat and so bulky. Doesn't even really need heavy duty boots. I mean, heavy duty boots do help because it is our main defogger. It's our main way of getting rid of hazards. But being able to run items like Rocky Helmet, that way it just makes it annoying every time that a mon wants to hit us with pressure as well, so we can PP stall. Heat Wave, being able to hit things like Ferrothorn, Discharge if we want to slow some things down. Extrasensory, Light Screen, Reflect, Roost, Signal Beam, Sub, Tailwind, Thunder Wave. It's got Toxic, U-Turn, Whirlwind. I mean, this thing, it's amazing. Drill Peck, all kinds of stuff like that. So looking forward to being able to use our Zapdos, especially with the Electric Stab on a Mon like this as well. It's pretty great. And another thing in this league, no Dynamaxing, no Gigantamaxing, but we do have all the Megas back. So initially, the way I was starting to build was I really wanted to do something with like Incineroar, Intimidate, Fake Out, Parting Shot into something like a Mega Banette, but I just couldn't resist picking up Infernape for our first pick, so we kind of had to build around him. So I think one of the Mons that really pivots well is our Magic Conch here, the Mega Slowbro, being able to have, because we don't have to turn one Mega, so I can run around with Regenerator the whole time, run some annoying things like Slack Off, Toxic, Calm Mind, Disable, and just be a complete menace. And every time I switch out, I get my recovery back via Regenerator. I mean, look at that defense stat, man. That's insane. And we can also invest into Spadef as well, so we don't have to worry about that. So it's such an amazing pivot. On top of the fact that when it Mega Evolves, I don't have to worry about hacks or anything like that, because I won't be able to be critical hit, because I do believe it gets Shell Armor. Yep, Shell Armor after Mega Evolving. So we can abuse this thing as long as we can. It's also a great Trick Room user as long as we can until we're on our last rounds, and then we can go ahead and Mega Evolve and go in and just sweep everything. So I believe Magic Conch is going to be great. Right after that, I really wanted a nice Ghost resist, because I don't really have anything on my team that really resists Ghost. So we went ahead and picked up Killer Croc. I know that the ground typing is a little bit counterintuitive, considering we have Donkey Kong with the Grassy Surge. But we aren't always going to be bringing Donkey Kong, and I'm sure we're not always going to be bringing Killer Croc. But I love Crocodile with Intimidate, being able to come in on Mons that hit physically and just kind of wall them, because it is pretty thick as well, as you can see with the 95 HP. And its defense and special defense stats are okay, but the HP stats really great. Also gets things like an ability like Moxie, or I don't know if I'm ever going to use this. I'm determined to use it at least once, but I don't know if I want to take a risk on something like that. I mean, I might not even get any use out of it, but Anger Point's pretty cool as well. But having a Stab, Earthquake, as well as Knockoff, and running things like Dragon Tail, Fire Fang, it's just a really good wall breaker in general. Jumping into our next pick, I really wanted something else, because I do want to play a little bit more bulky. I want to play a little safe, since it is National Dex, and I haven't played... I mean, I've probably only played like 3 games in National Dex, and I just was really worried about falling behind in the league, so we went a little bit more bulky this time. So we do have Comfey with the Triage ability, which boosts the priority of all healing moves by 3. So we can hit things like a +3 priority Draining Kiss if we're getting low, or a Synthesis, or, you know, just things like that, as well as... Again, the bulk, nothing really impressive, but when you look at all the stats together, it does overall kind of help out and shape it to be a bit more defensive rather than offensive. But you can run it offensive as well. There's no problem with that. Natural Cure as well if we want to run things like Rest and then switch out, which I have done with Roserade, which we do have drafted in the RDL. So yeah, that's Comfey, pretty standard. You know what to expect with this thing. Jumping out into the rest of our league, we are a 16 coach league, so I did get a couple more picks than I did on my first draft league. I really wanted something that could resist fairies. I didn't have anything for that, so we went ahead and went Bronzong, which did get sniped in the RDL, so I figured I could at least pick it up here. And we already had 2 Trick Room setters with Mega Slowbro and Comfey, which you can use Trick Room. I've seen it done pretty well before. So I figured why not add to the Trick Room teams, that way we can run, because we do have some great speedy Mons, as well as these nice, bulky, slow ones. So Bronzong was great, also being able to hit Stealth Rocks, Levitate, so Landorus Therian doesn't really do anything to us. Yeah, what's more to explain than Bronzong? It's a nice, bulky Mon. Excuse me. Jumping into our next pick, again, Lapras, which you guys do see in the RDL, Nessie. Someone did pick up Dracovish, so we just had to come in, pick up our Lapras, and especially because this time, which you guys will have seen me mention in my team builder for the RDL this week, we can use things like block Perish Song now that we do have all of its moves available. So I do hope to be able to completely abuse that, because if we do need to switch out to something more bulky, then we do have the Mega Slowbro with Regenerator. So I love this mon. I'm looking forward to using it tonight. Or not tonight, tomorrow actually. We have a battle coming up tomorrow that you guys will be seeing. Yeah, looking forward to using it again. Wanted some Dragon Stab, so we went ahead and went with the Hungarian Horntail. Nice Harry Potter reference for you guys if you guys are Harry Potter fans. Our Komodo. I'm not the biggest fan of Komodo just in general, but being able to eat things like Shadow Ball from Gengar or any other mon that wants to click it against us, because we do have a pretty bad ghost weakness on our team. So being able to do that, as well as just having another fighting type mon, as well as the Dragon Stab. Dragon Stab is always great, especially with the buff that it gets with Throat Spray in this gen. Being able to hit Clangorous Soul, get a boost in all of our stats, plus Throat Spray getting us the special attack boost. Pretty great. I've seen it used and abused many of times on the ladder, as well as another Stealth Rock mon. You can never go wrong with Stealth Rocks. We have Ariados, our Charlotte. I don't really know what to expect from this mon, because at this point in the draft, I kind of had already picked what I really wanted to use, but we do have some speed weaknesses if we aren't going to be bringing things like Infernape or Rillaboom, which isn't even really the fastest mon in general, or Crocodile, Zapdos. So I wanted to be able to use Sticky Webs. Also, it's pretty great as a Toxic Spike user. And we can Baton Pass boosts, just not speed and other stats combined. So being able to use Agility Baton Pass, pretty cool. Disable Leech Life for good recovery, things like that. So who knows what to expect from this mon. Maybe we can get some cool work done with it. So yeah. And then finally we have Hedon, our Alolan Marowak. I really do love Alolan Marowak. I had a couple of electric weaknesses, so I wanted to go ahead and get a mon with Lightning Rod or something that could absorb that, as well as having our own ghost type to be able to counter hit those ghost types that we already had. And again, I mentioned that we do have some slower mon, so being able to run Trick Room with this mon would be pretty cool. As well as maybe a Flame Charge set. Earthquake is always solid, gets tons of fire type moves. Not much to say about this mon. It kind of does what it does. You can use it bulky, you can use it offensively. So Alolan Marowak is all around pretty solid. So I am looking forward to starting the PLBA. I'm actually starting today. We're going to be having our first match today. You guys will see it tomorrow, but I'm about to go ahead and record the team builder for that. So I will see you guys in. Oh, that's not even the right one. Let's jump onto this one. So I will see you guys in just a second to talk about the team builder. So thanks so much. Peace.